So, with Genesis chapter 2, I had more questions than comments. So, I looked through this, having just read Genesis chapter 1. We go into chapter 2, verse 9, where it says, "And the Lord God planted all sorts of trees in the garden, beautiful trees that produce delicious fruit. And at the center of the garden, he placed the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil." So over here, the question I have straight away is, why have the tree in the garden at all? It's just temptation for man. So placing temptation there means or suggests to me that it is there to tempt man with the hope that man passes. But the Bible also says that God knows everything from the beginning to the end. So God already has knowledge of whether man will pass or fail. So I'm confused. Why place the tree of the knowledge of good and evil within man's reach? So any clarification on that point would be very, very helpful. Then we look at verse 16, and it says, "But the Lord God gave him this warning: You may freely eat of any fruit in the garden." 17, "Except the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you eat of its fruit, you will surely die." So kind of leads on to the previous question. Why place something that's very likely to kill man within the proximity? Thinking of a child, if a parent were to put something dangerous to a child really close by, just from man's very limited knowledge, that would be questionable at the very least. There might be some hidden meaning to this. Any insight would be much appreciated. And then we go on to 18, and it says, "And the Lord God said, It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a companion who will help him." So, in my mind, this speaks to the process of creation as maybe a human would approach things, somewhat experimental, because man has been created, but it says it is not good for him to be alone. An option would be to make twins, make people in pairs, but man was made first, and then it is not good for man to be alone. Why I say this speaks to me the process of creation experimentation is when you look at verse 23, it says, "At last," Adam exclaimed, "she is a part of my own flesh and bone. She will be called woman because she was taken out of me." So it reads to me like the Lord had provided all the animals and the plants, and Adam had looked at them all, loved them, but wasn't quite satisfied. So God was looking to create something that would satisfy Adam as a companion, and so far nothing had satisfied Adam until the woman was created. So it speaks to me like some sort of creation slash experimental process where different solutions are created and presented to man, and man says yes, man says no, and God has done everything to pretty much make man satisfied in this new Garden of Eden. If there's meaning to this that I haven't seen, things I don't understand, feel free to put them in the comments. I would just look and love to understand this as deep as I possibly can, and can't wait to get to chapter 3.